The 95th caller wins a $50 cash card and is one of our first. Actually, you are the first qualifier this week. 5 people will qualify all week at the same time here, 7:30.
Mojo in the mornings, Dirty on the 30.
844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. A trip to Florida could be yours. Be the 95th caller right now. Shannon with what's trending in the Dirty on the 30.
Man was arrested on Saturday night for impersonating a firefighter and attempting to burglarize a home amid all of these wildfires that are still raging over in the LA area. That arrest is one of several that have been made in recent days as multiple wildfires continue to burn tens of thousands of acres across Southern California. This is LA County Sheriff Robert Luna.
I saw a gentleman that looked like a firefighter, and I asked him if he was okay because he was sitting down. I didn't realize we had him in handcuffs. We were turning him over to LAPD because he was dressed like a fireman, and he was not. He just got caught burglarizing a home.
What is wrong with people? The other arrests, by the way, in case you were wondering, were mostly curfew violations and then like drugs and weapons charges.
There's been a lot of like
looting,
really bad
happening.
people that are just trying to take advantage of situations.
I read one story where somebody was talking about how there are arsonists who are putting gasoline in the sewers to make certain areas or buildings, like we've talked about last week, that there were some fires that were like very randomly happening in an area where there were not any other fires, but there was just like a business on fire, and you kind of have to raise your eyebrows at that, right?
Yeah, the firefighters are battling this. Then the stuff that's coming out right now about how they're pointing blame and fingers and all the rest of this stuff about things that are going on. And then finally that fire chief went on I think it was Friday night on CNN and told them, it's like, they would not, they gave away equipment. LAFD gave away their equipment that was not so aged that you couldn't use it. They gave it away because they were trying to look for write-offs, like tax write-offs. They're like, this is unbelievable. The second largest city in the United States, and they're doing stupid crap like this. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's in the highest tax base. That area, highest tax base of in the world.
That Palisades?
Yeah, Pacific Palisades.
And speaking of Palisades, I saw that Jennifer Garner, she was just so emotional. That's where she lives. She lives in Pacific Palisades. But she did an interview with NBC News, I believe it was, and she was talking about how she lost a friend from church. She's just devastated her friend didn't get out in time.
I could just write out a list of 100 friends who lost their homes. It's just like, I feel almost guilty walking through my house, just, what can I do? How can I help? What can I offer? What do I have to offer with these hands and these walls and the safety that I have?
And another note, this is the thing with the FEMA thing. It drives me crazy. Today, eviction notices are being given to families in North Carolina that are living in temporary housing that they have to find another place to live, that FEMA's not paying for them from those hurricanes. These people have not been having a chance to get themselves back up. We forget about the hurricanes that ravaged Florida and North Carolina, and we're not doing anything about it. How is this?
You know what's crazy, too? One of the homies worked for the post office in L.A. Shout out my boy Marcus Bright, get it right. I'm like, dog, what do you do to the people whose houses are burned down? Like, what do you do with the mail? He like, if the mailbox still standing, we still deliver the mail.
Are you kidding me?
This is literally the rule.
Wow.
If the mailbox is still standing, they're delivering the mail. For anybody else, they're holding them inside of whatever post office they're at. And I'm like, is there a certain duration? Because I'm sure you got storage for maybe 4 houses that aren't there, but what do you do for the thousands of houses? He like, we just keep the mail for like 30 days or something. Like,
I know somebody down in Florida that lost in Treasure Island, just a little bit north of Tampa. They lost their place. They are still having to pay their mortgage on it. If they don't pay, they become defaulted on their loan.
What's going on?
On a nothing. There's no. There's basically an empty area there right now.
No.
So.
The latest on the fate of TikTok. Shark Tank's Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, is partnering up with another investor in a bid to save TikTok in hopes that China and the Supreme Court will allow them to, quote unquote, make it wonderful again. So Kevin's teaming up with Project Liberty founder Frank McCourt to purchase the platform's U.S. assets from its parent company, ByteDance, and then rebuild it in a way that essentially prioritizes the privacy of all of its American users. But remember, midnight January 19th, that's this Sunday, TikTok could be removed from all app stores unless it is divested from its parent company.
You'll still be able to use it. We won't get updates, they say, but they also said that you may not be able to post. So
can I still shop?
It's like, what's the point? I think that
But
you
if
can.
nobody's able to post, that's gonna end real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think it's about what they making it about, bro. I think it's anytime people want to change something, it always comes down to their pockets. And I think TikTok is taking over Google searches and YouTube searches, and I think it's messing with Amazon in their bag, and that's why they're trying to get out of
the
here.
people from Amazon and Google are lobbying the federal government, these politicians.
Data is worth more than gold, and I feel like the problem is that the United States has no way to control what we see and how to take advantage of. The data is a weapon, and that's the reason. If we wanted it shut down, they would have shut it down. They're trying to get it. They're trying to inherit, or not inherit it, but get it from whoever made it. I don't know where it's from.
Now you're coming over to my side. Those fires in California, do we think?
I ain't on that.
Come on.
I guarantee you Trump about to, with a pen swipe, that's how you're going to get a lot of Americans on his side. He's going to bring TikTok
Here's
back.
what they said that he can
First
do.
day.
He can ask the DOJ not to prosecute any of the app stores for keeping them on the app, even though it'll be illegal. But they say that he's going to have a hard time getting this thing to not go through if the Supreme Court rules with this law, because it was a pretty bipartisan rule. There was both Dems and Republicans that were both voting for it.
He's fighting his own case, ain't he?
This next story is courtesy of Lydia, our resident Swiftie, Taylor Swift.
Oh, good.
Apparently gave a handwritten message with a $100,000 bonus to each of the Eras Tour crew members. So more money. And actually, I'm looking at one of the little notes, and it just said, like, "Hi, Robert. Thank you for your superb work on the U.S. leg of the Eras Tour. Your well-deserved bonus is $100,000. Love, Taylor."
Taylor, please hire me.
Right?
Jeez. That's amazing. And lastly, yesterday, Mike Vrabel was hired as head coach of the New England Patriots, replacing Jared Mayo, who lasted just one season on the sideline. And I'm only doing this story because it means, for now, Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson is staying put.
Shock.
So Aaron Glenn, they said, turned down an interview because I think he thought that it was just a BS interview because they needed to interview minorities, and they thought that he knew right away that he wasn't going to get the job anyway. They say Ben Johnson did such an amazing set of interviews this weekend, and they say Tom Brady is pushing for the Raiders to hire Ben Johnson. Aaron Glenn, a lot of people are saying that Aaron Glenn, our defensive coordinator, is going to go to the Saints, which would be good for him. I don't know. I don't want to. Let's just focus on Saturday.
I love that thought.
Right?
You think the Ford family, who has never had a successful team, is going to let these people go?
You know what? That's an interesting thought, too.
How can you keep them?
Well, Martha
Pay
pay him
'em.
more. You know?
There's no luxury tax like with coaches or anything. You can just pay
I
them
don't
whatever.
think so. I don't know. Make Ben Johnson like assistant head coach and Aaron Glenn assistant head coach, and then, you know what I mean?
For all of today's Dirty, get caught up on the podcast on the free iHeartRadio app or mojointhemorning.com.
We solved the world's problems, I believe, in that, Dirty. I'm telling you.
Celebrity Dirt, directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
I miss the days of the Kardashians just being fools. It's like everything's so serious nowadays. But man, oh man, this world. All right, we're going to give you a chance to go to Florida. That's something nice, huh? What do we got here? Sierra, are you there, Sierra?
Yes, I'm here.
You're qualifier number one.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Yay! Thank you so much. I've been calling every week. I just want a chance to get out of the cold.
Yes, we got to get you out of here. Congratulations to you. You are now qualified. You got a $50 cash card. If you win this, I don't know if you heard us on Friday give away the grand prize. You and a friend will go and fly into Fort Myers. You will get car rental. You'll have 3 consecutive night stay at the Margaritaville Beach Resort. You'll get an excursion on the tour guided Eco Tour kayak excursion. Plus,
Oh my God.
you'll get passes to Lovers Key State Park, courtesy of the Florida State Parks, and it's all from Visit Florida. Congratulations.
That sounds absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Mojo.
Hey, you are so welcome. And let me look real quick. I'm going to look this up for you. While we are talking to you, I want to see what the temperature is like in Fort Myers, Florida. Because that will tell me if I want to go to Fort Myers. Otherwise, I'm staying in 13 degrees. Let's see here. Oh, this is kind of nice. I don't know if 80 degrees sounds like fun, but it's going to reach a high temperature of
Oh, yeah.
80 degrees today.
That sounds amazing. 'Cause I work outside, so I'm constantly
geez.
dealing with the cold.
What do you do for a living that you're working outside?
I'm a zookeeper.
Oh my God.
Where
yeah,
at?
I work at the Creature Conservancy in Ann Arbor. We're mostly a rescue,
So
but we're open on the weekends. So you
I
can
had-
come check us out sometime.
I had a friend tell me that I need to go to that. They said that we need to do a radio station field trip to there. That I heard it's amazing.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I could even do like a private tour for you guys.
Oh, stop
Oh,
it.
wait.
Can I
would
bring
love
my
this.
kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can bring the fam?
Yeah, no, seriously, I could talk to my boss about it. We could
Let's do
totally
it.
set something up. If
That's
you
Lydia, make sure. Obviously, you're going to grab Sierra's information for this prize, but get her information too for that, and we'll have to come out and say hi to you.
What kind of animals y'all got?
Let's see, our biggest animals we have a cougar, we have a warthog.
Oh, we got cougars in
we
here.
Have a cotted, we have a cotted leopard.
You ain't that old,
who's
Shannon.
super cute. We have lots of different animals, honestly. Over 300 different species of animals.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations to you. We're going to get some information from you here for this contest, and then we'll come out and see you sometime. Okay, Sierra?
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
We know what's going on now, guys. We got details. Saturday night.
All right, Mojo in the morning fans, wake up, grab your coffee, and let's get ready to do what we do. Come on. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And win the blue and silver wave. Let's go. Stand and cheer the break. Row, row, row. Go hard, win the game. With honor, you will keep your fame. Down the field and game.
I love when you do it, Scott.
Alliance victory. Go.
Yes.
Let's go.
The Lions versus the Washington Commanders.
Let's go.
And we've got a chance to get to the NFC Championship for the second straight year. This time, we're not looking past anyone, though. Washington's good. And they're on a roll. But we want to make sure that you have a chance if you would love to go see a Lions game. I mean, this ain't any other game. This isn't like preseason or regular season. This is postseason,
Come on.
guys. And we haven't been used to this here in this town. So I got to tell you guys this little story here, and then we're going to pick up a special guest. A very special guest who has helped us numerous times with our Mojo in the Morning Breaking and Entering Christmas Wish called me up last week and said, hey, I love what you guys do during the holidays, and one of the things that really makes me feel good is hearing people feel good. And I feel like this world's got so much negativity. I want to bring some more positivity and not just do it at the holidays. So I have an idea. And I said, what's that? And they said, what if I were to make a donation to Breaking and Entering Christmas Wish that you guys could give to a listener who specifically would use that to go see a Lions playoff game? So instead of, hey, I'm going to give you tickets, it was, I'm going to pay for whatever it costs for you to go to the game. But it was one stipulation, and the stipulation was it had to be someone, not that was just a big Lions fan, but somebody that this would be a life-changing event for them. Something big going on in their life that might be swayed by this great happy moment happening, or maybe somebody's dealing with some kind of a health issue and they want something good to happen in their life, or this would be the chance to be able to see the Lions. And I hold on, and I said to him, I go, okay, cool. And he goes, anonymous though. And I go, anonymous? And he goes, yeah, anonymously, I want to do this. And I said, well, can you at least come on the air with a voice disguiser machine? And then they said, yes, as long as you don't say my name. So no saying name, because it's up on the call screen board. They want it to be their gift back to you because this person has lived and loved Detroit for their whole life. On the phone with us is Mr. Anonymous. Are you there, Mr. Anonymous?
Very anonymous.
Okay, very anonymous. Why? Hold on. I got the voice disguise around. Why does it sound like that for some reason? You there?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
It's just breaking up.
It's your phone's kind of breaking up. Do you have a bad cell? Mr. Anonymous, are you sure that we can afford these tickets? Here, Lydia's going to call you right back.
Okay.
Are you on a speaker or what are you on? No, right?
Yes. Okay, there you go.
Oh my gosh, that is so much better.
That was so much better. It was a
So
speaker.
much better.
So much better. Now he's mocking us.
I'm about to out you and tell everybody who you are.
Stop it.
What was so tell us why it was that you wanted this to be something that you wanted to do.
Oh, I think the cool thing about sports is that no matter what's going on, everybody comes together. You go to the stadium, it represents everything for a cause. At the end of the day, it really doesn't mean anything. And they win, they lose, but for those 2.5, 3, 4 hours, we're all on the same page and we're nervous. We want our team to win. And I don't understand why we can't be like that every day and come together. It's just everybody's fighting, politics and racism and everything. And for one day, that stadium is filled with every single person known to mankind. Some of them are going broke buying the tickets, but they come together.
It is
Like Dan Campbell and company have done for our
Yeah.
city. I'm in Florida where my Lions hat, and people come up to me every day, say, I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for you guys. It's the story.
It's incredible. And you know what? These games are core memories for people. And a game like this would absolutely be a core memory. I'm not even that huge of a sports fan. And I will never, ever forget the Tigers game that my dad took me to, and we were playing the Baltimore Orioles. And just like being at that game, that is such a core memory for me. And I know that this game will be that for somebody else.
Well, you said something that was really interesting to me, anonymous friend. You said to me that you know that the average person cannot go to this because they just don't have the means to do it.
It's too expensive.
And your ultimate goal was to have a great story behind why you wanted to go. And by the way, everybody's got a story. And then for you to take somebody who probably would never be able to even, get into Ford Field, let alone get a seat, in a great seat, by the way, an end zone seat possibly, or, sideline seat, lower bowl, whatever it is, to be able to go and experience this. I thought that was actually one of the coolest things ever. And you're right. If for 4 hours we all can have something in our life that is positive, let's do it for somebody that might not.
I mean, if you want no traffic, Saturday night there won't be any traffic on the road. I promise you. The whole world will be turned in.
Yeah.
It's true. That is actually true. The game time is 8:00 on Saturday. If
you're having a heart attack, don't call 911. They're watching the game.
That is true. All right. So here's my thing. We solicit for Mojo's Breaking and Entering Christmas Wish by using mojoswish.org. If you have a story that you want to tell us, go to mojoswish.org. Send us just a quick little note. You don't have to be a great writer. You can voice to text it and send it in to us. And then Lydia and myself and Shannon, Meaghan, Kev, KP, and Zach are going to go through all of the entries. And then we're going to have you guys on the air with us. And by the way, if you got a story right now, you can call 844-MOJO-LIVE and we'll give you an idea of whether or not we think this story is a good one. But we got to thank you for doing this. Like that's huge, man. That's just unbelievable.
Not really.
Quick question for you. How wealthy of a guy are you, and are you single? Can we?
Not wealthy enough. I'm still working, and I need to make more because I am single. It makes me better looking.
You know what's cool about this?
I'm trying to get that B in front of my name.
you know what's cool about this though is Kev, you and I have been to a bunch of games together. And we have memories, like there's core memories out of that. Yeah. Imagine if you are somebody that is listening right now and you got a son or a daughter that is got their Honolulu blue on all the time. And that's the only thing that you can afford that is Lions is a shirt from Kohl's. Yeah. But this would be your opportunity to have them put that shirt on and surprise them and take them to a game. I mean, that would be.
Yeah. Well, your mom and dad have been Lions fans, or your grandpa or somebody have been watching the games on television with the dreams of seeing the Lions make the playoffs and make a serious run for the Super Bowl. And now is your opportunity to make that memory with them.
Absolutely.
This is the moment.
Yeah. I love the stories that come out of this. There's always like the TV stations that come and they found out the story of, grandpa's just got the diagnosis or something, or dad's got the diagnosis. And this would be them being able to see something that they've not seen ever, and that is the Lions win. Hold on real quick. Let me grab a call here. So stand by for 1 second there, Mr. Anonymous. Are you there, Sarah?
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm a recreational therapy student over at Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
And we've taken our veterans to sport games, even just like U of M field hockey games. And just like honestly seeing how much like giving somebody this experience for just going to see the Lions, that means so much to hear. That you want to make that accessible to somebody who may not have that experience again.
Sarah, do us a favor. Find out, maybe a person or a couple, because it's going to be a pair of tickets, or be enough for a pair of tickets, because it's basically going to be money to buy these tickets. And the ticket prices, by the way, are crazy.
Astronomical.
You
Holy
should,
Lord. Make me want to cry.
And that's not what just the Lions are charging for them. That's what the secondary market's charging, because that's where these tickets are coming. And come up with, something that would be great and send it to mojoswish.org, okay?
Yeah, I work with children right now over at Mott, and just like when we have like athletes come in, it's just like it's amazing to see the kids' faces. Like I get tears in my eyes. It's amazing.
Thank you for doing what you do.
Indeed.
Thanks for choosing that as your field, your career, because you're making a difference. Elizabeth, what's up?
Oh, and hi. My brother-in-law is in his 70s, and he's wheelchair bound right now, but he has beat brain cancer twice, lung cancer once, and colon cancer once.
Holy
My
Christ.
goodness.
Yeah.
That's a guy that needs to be at a Lions game, for God's sakes. We've beaten 0-16. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's never misses a Lions game, and his sons come over every time there's a game and watch it with his dad. I mean, they did go to a couple of games back in the day when they weren't winning. But now that he doesn't go anywhere.
So mojoswish.org, will you send us all the details on that, Elizabeth?
I will.
I love you for that. Thank you for this. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Real quick, I got to ask Mr. Anonymous. Mr. Anonymous, are you back?
Yes.
I got a texter here. This is from 248. It says, would this be a possibility? Been married for 10 years. Have had nothing but bad luck happen in my life. And my wife has not made love to me in the last 5. Am I eligible for this contest?
Well, that would be no, because he's probably saved all that money to be able to go to the game himself.
That is not.
I don't think. By the way, I think it's probably normal for most marriages, anyhow.
Exactly. All right, hold on 1 second. Jessica's got one. Stay quiet, Mr. Anonymous, so I can pick her up, and then because your voice will be disguised. Are you there, Jessica?
Yes, I am.
Jessica, what's your situation?
I am a single mother of 2. Right now, my son is a junior in high school, and he lives, eats, breathes football. He actually has about 4 footballs at the end of his bed every night when he's watching the Lions game. He's always tossing his football in his hand. He never misses a game. He used to play for Carlson High School, but unfortunately with his asthma, he's unable to participate in football right now. But he still attends all the games with his buddies. I can't say enough about how much he doesn't miss a game. He watches all of the football games he watched last night to see who was going to go against them this coming up weekend. I can barely afford a jersey. Thankfully, family. We have family across in Las Vegas, which is where they were born. I'm from Michigan myself, but my mother helps out with as far as like the NFL gear and stuff like that because it's just too expensive. So
Jessica,
this would be huge for you guys.
As a single mom, giving him an opportunity to be able to go to the game would be a life-changing thing for him.
Yeah.
And you being able to do it. I want you to do us a favor. I'm going to have Lydia pick you up, and she's going to walk you through the process of mojoswish.org and all that. Your story sounds amazing. Yeah. And honestly, that's exactly what we're talking about. That's the reason why this person wanted to do it, because if he could turn those tears that I could hear that were coming from you into the best smile in the world and some awesome pictures.
Yeah. Tears to cheers.
Yeah, I have to if possible, because I have to I have to order my Uber to work here shortly, so hopefully I can get that handled within 20 minutes.
Yeah, Jessica, hold on. Mr. Anonymous, say hello to Jessica. Mr. Anonymous, say hello to Jessica.
Mr. Anonymous. His service was so
I lost him. No, did I lose him? Mr. Anonymous, are you there? Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Hi, there you go, Jessica.
Hello, Jessica.
All right, Jessica. He's saying hi to you.
My name is Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica. Could you hear him? All right, Jessica. Hold on one second,
I
okay?
could.
Lydia's going to pick you up. Lydia's going to take care of you. Okay. All right, Mr. Anonymous, Mr. Money Man, Mr. Helping Out. We love you.
Yes, indeed.
We love you. Oh, he's not there again. No, it's my phone system. I got to figure out how to do it. Yeah.
Hey, you know the Lions won the game.
Ah, jeez. You there, sir?
You there?
Yes, I got you.
Why don't you name it Tears to Cheers? I like what Kevin said.
Tears to Cheers was great. That was great.
Yeah, I say that.
I like that. That's
I'll
cool.
put that in there.
That's cool. It's kind of okay, but you're giving us the money, whatever you want to name it.
Tears to Cheers and beers.
There we go. Hey, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Give it up for him.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
WKQI Detroit. WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids. WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live. Mojo. 30.
20.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition sequence start.
Let me take y'all back to the beginning.
This is it.
All right, you ready?
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.
You're a doo-doo head.
Let's go.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning. Good to have you guys here. That's going to be a great contest, by the way, to be able to. And I don't even consider it a contest. I consider it a life-changing moment.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to pick somebody.
Yeah. If you want to win some money this morning, we're giving you a chance to help pay your rent and pay your bills. Starting at 8:30 and all this week, win $500. And then at 9 and 10, $1,000 right here on the Mojo in the Morning show. Pay Your Bills, by the way, is back. Coming up here in just a little bit, second date update. Why are you not getting a call back? We're going to find out. And a whole bunch of good topics on the way here in just a little bit. Is it a deal breaker? Meaghan's got that. Shannon with the worst time ever to get a spray tan and get into a little bit of a disagreement or discussion with your significant other. And I am not your Bumble. I'll explain that and more coming up this morning here on the show. All right, it is Mojo in the Morning show. Is it a deal breaker, Meaghan? By the way, what dating app are we talking?
Hinge.
A little Hinge.
You love your Hinge. Is that all you do?
Yeah. I'm on the other ones, but I don't like any of them, to be honest. But even on Hinge, I have my major issues. But something happened for the first time that I thought was really interesting. I'd never experienced this before. So I had swiped right on somebody, or I had agreed. I feel like swipe right is just the general term. You don't actually do that
Sure.
on Hinge. But I had tried to match with somebody, and before it sent me to like the chat portion, like, hey, you've both agreed to do this. It said so-and-so, who I connected with, wanted to let you know something before you move on to the next step. And I was like, that's kind of weird.
Is that normal?
I've never experienced this before. And it said, this might be a deal breaker for you, but I wanted to let you know that I still live with my mom. And it had like two little buttons that was like continue to chat or like choose to ignore, I guess. I can't remember how it was phrased, but it was, you can either continue on and match or unmatch with said person. And they wouldn't know that you've matched with them yet. So it was a way for you to like back out last minute.
And what was it again? They said that they lived with their mom?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a deal breaker for you?
For me personally, yes, absolutely. I think at this point in my life, if you're still living with mom, you're way too young for me to date.
How
What if it's like a certain reason, though?
They actually said the reason. It was super personal. It was very, very valid. I thought it was very honorable why they lived at home, and I was not interested in getting involved.
Are they taking care of mom or something?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I kind of
absolutely.
Or is that their excuse?
Don't know.
Yeah.
But either way, That's not something I'm looking to get wrapped up in right now.
Okay, so
it's like somebody having kids. Like, no thanks.
All right, would you date? Here's a question: Is it a deal breaker if somebody lives with their family, lives with their parents, or lives with mom? 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. Should they put that in their profile, or should you find out about that later, or do you appreciate their honesty?
I really appreciated you telling me up front.
I was going to say that it actually is very honest.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't want to waste your time. They don't want their time wasted either.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yep.
Because if I spend some money, we go out to eat, and then I tell you, and you like, to make his words, no thanks. You just wasting my time.
Yeah. That is, by the way, pretty unbelievable that they would have that in their profile, basically.
He
I
probably
actually
got
give
home
him
before.
or her, I don't know if you said, credit for doing it. Like,
It's a
'cause
him, right?
that's
No.
It's a her.
It was.
Really?
She probably got home before. She probably was on a date. Things was clicking. And they're like, can I go back to your crib? He like, my mom's.
That was my deal breaker. My place always has to be clean. There can't be one time where I'm running late to a date and I can just go to your place afterwards. No, you are not going to halfway live with me because we are never able to go to your place. I dated somebody who lived with his mom before, and it was, oh my God, so annoying.
Yeah.
because I was going to say that's really, really honorable of her, but like that your point that you just made, I'm like, oh yeah,
Hey,
I don't know, I hadn't thought
Alina.
about it that way. Yeah.
Hello.
Is it a deal breaker?
So I actually have an older brother who uses that as an excuse. He actually lives at home with my mother because he can't afford rent and can't like hold a job. But every time I meet these new girls, they are like, oh, it's so honorable that your brother is like taking care of your mom. And I'm like, whoa, 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 what's going on?
Do you tell them?
No, I try to stay out of it as much as possible.
Good sister. Good sister. Anything for my brother.
I love, by the way.
I don't know. I hope they obviously catch on because he's still on these dating apps after a while. But
I love that, though. You know, it's kind of like telling them that your grandma died while you didn't do your homework, but that's the modern way of doing it in dating. I'm taking care of a sick loved one. A lot of people saying deal breaker. Look at this, 248 deal breaker. Meaghan, move on. 313 deal breaker. You're always going to have to be the person that's going to be picking them up. Ashley, what's going on? Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
No, I don't think it's a deal breaker. Life is expensive.
Oh, I totally get that. I absolutely get that. But if it's that expensive, then we can't afford to date each other.
Yeah.
I get it.
So are you living at home? And because I don't want to, before I say this next comment.
You're okay. I live with my sister.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to say it. We'll see you later. Thank you.
No.
I was going to say something. Yeah, life is expensive. But you're spending money on something else, or you don't have enough. You didn't find that good job yet.
Or when I lived with my brother, I always thought this is not the time for me to date. Until I have my own space.
Don't date until you have your own place.
Right.
Tina, what's up?
Who got time for that?
Great. So I live with my mom, and I still think it's a deal breaker.
Thank you.
So are you
other
very
things to worry
upfront?
about.
Are you upfront with people that you meet? Like, this is my situation, and take it or
I
leave
don't
it?
even look to meet people.
Okay.
I don't even look to meet people because I just feel like I have other things to worry about.
Have you ever met somebody and had to sneak them in the house without mom noticing?
No, because second part to it, I have kids that I roommate with, so we're all in the same room. So
oh, jeez, wow. There's some complicated situations in that relationship. What's up, Hannah?
Hi, good morning. I'm with Meaghan that it is a deal breaker, but I'm also willing to hear them out.
Okay.
So I lived in Florida, and then I moved back to Michigan, and I was with my parents for a year just to save up before I could move on my own. So obviously I live on my own now, but my brother lives with my parents because he just moved back from Maryland. So, like, in cases like that, I guess I can sympathize.
I like that. You'll at least go out with them and then listen to what their reasoning is to everything. That actually might not be a bad idea, though, in this case, because you may find out that this person that you're talking about that lives with their mom might be the type of person that could take care of you later in life. Think about that. If they can take care of their mom and be good to them, they're probably a good person. Think of all the douchebags that are out there.
What if it's positioned differently? Now, not saying this is just a line to get you in, but what if he doesn't say, I live with my mom, but he says, my mom lives with me?
Oh, there you go. That's what they should have done.
I don't know why I find that to be an even bigger red flag.
That's called deceptiveness.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I started by saying you're not saying it to be facetious, but say that's the reality though. Like, say your mom had to move back in. Is that also the deal breaker? It's not that you don't have enough money. It's not that you like a little boy or a girl and you're not mature enough and all of that.
You're just helping mama out.
That's
helping
worse.
moms out.
That's worse.
Hey,
that's worse because you're going to put mom in front of it, which mom should be taken care of. I've only dated severe mama's boys, so my perspective is coming from a place of terrible mother-in-laws. And so for me, like, if you're willing to give her that space and, like, be in your life, which you should do, by the way, I think that's the right thing. I just don't want to be involved in that because it's going to lead to bad things for me.
Yeah.
Is there such thing as a mama's girl? Because you said this was a girl. So mama's boys. Now it's nice. It's nice to hear that there's mama's boys.
Yeah.
And mama's girls. What's going on? Initial C, your voice disguised. What's up?
Hi. I just wanted to talk about what Meaghan is saying, not wanting to date young men or men at whatever the age that live at home with their mom. Well, my son lives with me, but not because he needs me. I actually need him a little bit to help me out. He has a job that pays almost $100,000 a year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so if Meaghan say he would not date my son, he's like totally a nice guy.
He's a catch, but he's helping you out. How about interview mom? Bring mom on the first date. I agree with you. I think you have to interview. I'm going to go with that as my take on this. And a texter brought up something interesting. A texter here. Hold on, let me find it again because I saw it just a second ago when my phone rang. Oh, texter here said, didn't Meaghan live with her dad for a period of time?
I did, and I didn't live with people or date people when I did it. And I totally did it I moved home to save up enough money to buy a house. I was so proud that I did it. And I bought that house, and then I was interested in dating again. And then my brother needed a place to live, and he moved in with me. And I thought, this isn't conducive to a dating experience, and I wasn't looking to date during that time. And then I got an apartment on my own, and then I was like, I'm interested in dating again. I think these dating periods in your life are fluid. And again, I don't think it's wrong to take care of your parents. That was never the message here. I just think that there are different priorities in life. And in that one, I'm not interested in being involved in somebody who's in that stage of life.
That mom, by the way, who's $100,000 a year son is living with her. How much money does that kid have in a
How expensive is mom?
Mom better be asking for some rent from that guy.
The guy you were dating was fun until the hookup. Now he's ghosting you? What happened? Find out during Second Date Update at 8:20 on Mojo in the Morning.
Yeah, Second Date Update is right after this topic. It's Mojo in the Morning Show. So, Shannon, the worst time to be getting into a long conversation. What did you call it earlier this morning? You didn't call it a fight.
I called it an intense discussion. Wes goes, please don't tell everybody that we were having a fight. I go, okay, I'll call it an intense discussion.
So an intense discussion.
Yeah.
What happened?
Which actually was pretty accurate. But okay, so any girly who has ever gotten a spray tan knows the dance that you have to do in terms of timing once you get the spray tan, because there is a certain amount of time that you have before you have to shower it off, or else you are going to be very, very, very tan. And so shout out to my girl Shelly and Sarah at Soul Potion. I love them. I've been going to them for years and years and years. And I go there and I get they call it like the rapid developing one. So I can shower it off after a few hours. Okay. And so normally it's like a dance with the devil of how dark I want it. I usually do like 2 hours. I'll keep it on for about 2 hours and then shower it off. Well, Wes and I get into a pretty intense discussion. This is on Thursday ahead of the Detroit Auto Show charity preview, because that's what I got a spray tan for, around the time I need to shower it off. And that discussion lasted little over an hour, which means no offense, Wes, I am half paying attention to this discussion because I'm thinking, holy crap, I have to shower this off or I am going to be the color of Meaghan's sweatshirt, which
Right.
is very dark brown.
Right.
And I don't want to be that tan.
And maybe slightly orange.
I was so worried. Yeah, I was so worried I was going to look freakish for the gala. And so as soon as we were done, chatting about what we were chatting about, I ran up the stairs to take a shower. And even when I came in here on Friday, I was like, you guys, I feel like I look absolutely ridiculous because I had left it on for too long. But it was just, it ended up looking fine.
I thought you looked great.
It
I
looks
thought
fine.
it was the
How long
best
are you
day you ever
supposed to?
had.
It depends. It depends on how dark you want
Yeah.
it to be. So normally I keep it on for 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh, see, I
Excuse you.
sleep in one of mine.
And how
Well, some of
How
them you
long-
can. Some of
Right.
them are 24 hours. This
What
is
kind
a
of sheets do you
rapid
have that you sleep
developing
with?
one.
I have sheets that I put on my bed just for tanning. I have pajamas
It's a
that I wear just for
process.
tanning, and I have a
Same.
mattress protector to make sure that it doesn't stain
Oh,
my
wow.
mattress.
I have
like
one
period panties.
dress that I
Yeah.
wear home from the spray tan place.
Right.
What about
That is.
how long was the intense discussion again?
It was just a little over an hour.
Ooh, that's intense.
Just a touch over it.
That was
Just a
intense.
touch over an hour.
Was there any
Everything is
emotion?
fine.
Was
We
there
are
tears?
great. No
do you have
tears.
any?
Nope, it wasn't that kind.
Because you
No.
can drip and run at that point if
Oh,
there's any
no.
tears.
Nope, yep. No.
Okay, 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. I would like to know the worst time that you got into a fight with your spouse because of the timing of it.
Yeah.
The timing of it was the worst.
Bruh.
To me, why is it that fights always happen 5 minutes before you're going to bed? You never can go to bed on time. You never, why can't a fight happen? Again, it's like, why does your power never go out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? It goes out at, either 5 in the morning or it goes out at, late at night or whatever on a Saturday or something.
Dog, I remember one time it was Christmas Day. It was a Christmas day. I didn't have Josiah, so I'm with Sherelle at this time. Going to meet her auntie and her uncle for the first time. We arguing about something in the car. We get out the car, we still arguing. I don't even realize it. They got the window open.
Oh, no.
They hear us. We arguing up the stairs.
No.
I come in the door, everything. Merry Christmas. They we can hear y'all. I'm like, well, I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you. Literally the worst time to argue right before you meeting the folks.
You got to assume everybody has a ring. That's got to stop when the car door opens.
Hey, what's going on, Mojo in the morning? Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So I have a story about when me and my husband fought on our honeymoon over.
Oh, no. Where were you guys on your honeymoon? Where'd you guys go?
Disney World.
The happiest place on earth. That's great. So, okay, tell us what happened. So you guys got into a fight. Did the fight happen on your way down, or was it in Disney?
No. So it was. We were in line for a ride,
Oh yeah.
and I had forgotten my phone at the hotel earlier when we departed, and we were in line, and he had an attitude with me. So I asked him if he was mad at me, and he's like, "Yeah, I am, because you forgot your phone at home." And it was just completely awkward. It was not cool at all.
His new wife, he's getting angry at. Come on, you guys are on your honeymoon. What is that?
Right?
Yeah. Although, where'd you have the phone? Yeah,
Was he
why'd
mad
do
that you were asking to use his phone or that you couldn't get away from each other because then you couldn't find each other again? Why would
Or
he be
safety?
mad that you left it behind?
So he was frustrated because all of our plans, we had itineraries for it, and it was on the phone.
Yeah. One job. You got one job. Come on. Hey, you're at Disney on your honeymoon. Now what are you going to do? I'm going to go get my phone. Let's say that. I'm going to go get my phone. Thank you for the call. I appreciate you. Craig, what's going on?
Hey, I was going to a family function for a holiday with my ex, and it was her family, and we were fighting right before we got there. I just turned the car around and went back to the house, told her to drop me off and she could go back.
Oh, I would be so mad at you. Oh, I would be so mad at you. On the holidays to make
Oh,
me
I did
that
it.
late.
Did her
Wow.
family hate you after that? Because how do you hide that?
Well, that was her family.
I know.
I told them what happened.
Oh, you told them what happened.
Don't worry. She told them what happened and they took her side.
Hey, what's up, Susan?
Hey.
What's up?
So I feel like the best fight to have is when you're on a jail call. And the
What?
lady hangs up and says, yeah, what do you mean? Because then you can hang up. They can't call back. Or if the lady hangs up, your time's over with.
Wait a second.
Oh my God, petty.
You speak from experience on this one?
You're done. You get to yell at me for 20 minutes, and that is it.
So wait, your guy was in jail. You get into a fight with him, and
bro, you gotta pay for that.
What was he in jail for?
I don't got to pay for that. He's got to pay for that.
What was the fight over?
Oh, you name it, whatever. I mean, he's in prison, so what don't we fight over?
Bro, he got enough to worry about. You supposed to be his safe space.
Oh my Lord.
Can you see the countdown? Like, is it a FaceTime?
No, they tell you. They click in, be like, you got 2 minutes left.
They tell you, yeah, they tell you like, oh, you got 1 minute left, and they'll be like, they'll hang up already and be like, thank you for using GTL. Oh, you're welcome.
In the middle of the conversation.
Yeah, but what about those FaceTime ones? Like, do you have the clock in the corner? Because I would start as soon as it says 30 seconds left. I would be like, and another thing. Just get it out and let it hang up.
They got a countdown on that one. It's like a minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, well, F you.
Sierra, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. Worst time to get into a fight with your spouse.
Hey, so I had an ex-boyfriend that I got into a fight with, and we were in the McDonald's drive-thru. And so we are arguing getting up to the speaker. So first of all, we can't even get the order out. Second of all, we're so heated that my order gets ordered wrong. And then we get to the window, and then so the lady's looking at us like we're crazy, and I'm like, I'm looking at him like, are you paying for my food, or am I paying for it? Or at this point, what are we doing? Because I'm starving and you're still mad at me and I'm still mad at you. Basically, what just happened is we just pulled off. So that was the worst time to get into.
Oh, you're angry.
That was the worst time to get into an argument. I was so mad because my double cheeseburger was still at the freaking window.
What?
It was just awful.
Who was driving?
My boyfriend.
Oh, see, because my petty ass always drives, so I would have grabbed my food, grabbed his, threw it out the window, drove away.
Oh, God.
Yeah, listen, I was just like, drop me off at the door. I can go in. You want to act like an idiot? That's fine, but I still need a double cheeseburger right
now. You know what's funny about that is that McDonald's makes everything better, though. Did you ever notice that? Like, there's just something about it.
Make everything better.
Like, you needed that McDonald's to end that fight. Like, I would have sat there and thought to myself, all right, you know what? Okay, let's just keep going through.
Truce.
Did you ever?
Yeah. As a total mood eater myself, I was just like, I just needed to taste the salt on the freaking fries, and we wouldn't have been okay. I would have said, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Have you? You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever gone to McDonald's? You ordered, and then you pull out, and you're like, oh crap, I forgot something, and you have to go all the way around and go reorder again, and you go through again, and you're like, I am a sign of a fat guy right now. I'm going through twice.
I would rather drive to a different McDonald's than to the same
hey, me again.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. Kayla, this is a good one. Kayla, worst place to get into a fight or worst time to get into a fight?
Frankenmuth. We went to Zender's Chicken Dinners.
Yeah.
And my husband is a really, really picky eater. And he ended up telling me that there was nothing he was going to eat on the menu because I had gotten a reservation. And so the whole ride home from Frankenmuth back to Warren, Michigan, we fought.
Oh, God. And that's a drive, too. That's over an hour that you guys are in the car.
Did you get your chicken at least?
No, we both left hungry and angry. So.
Oh, God. That's the worst. And it's like Christmas land up there, too, right? It's supposed to be a happy place also.
It was like our trip before we got dinner was great. And then after it was like World War III had broken out.
Over chicken.
By the way, any kind of a fight on a road trip anywhere sucks, especially if you're at the start of a road trip and you are stuck in that car. Because you know what happens? I've had this happen before where Chelsea and I are like in a place. We pull over like at a rest stop to go to the bathroom. I'm afraid she's going to leave me. I'm like, give me the keys. I ain't going anywhere. All right.
I want.
Shannon's Dirty coming up in less than 30.
Give it to me. Mojo in the morning.
It's the second date update on Mojo in the morning.
I love second date update. I love the fact that we're able to figure out some answers for you. Why is it that you're not getting a call back after you went on a date and you thought things were great? Yolanda has had this happen. Yolanda, how many dates have you guys been on with each other?
Just one.
Just one, okay. But you guys talked for a while, so this is something that you should probably answer to, right? If he's not calling you back. Have you tried him multiple times?
Yeah.
And what does your gut tell you? Does your gut tell you that he's just completely blowing you off?
I have no idea. You know, we used to talk. We used to FaceTime and now nothing.
And what was the date? What'd you guys do?
We got lunch before my shift. I thought it went well.
Thought it was good?
Talk about
yeah, like anything other than lunch, or lunch was there?
Just hanging out with him and stuff afterwards? We're going to find out. Hold on a second. Greg, are you there?
No.
Greg?
Hey.
Say hi to Yolanda.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Ooh, the chemistry. I can
Greg.
feel it.
Greg, Yolanda is wondering what's going on. She says that she hasn't heard back from you after you guys went on a lunch date with each other.
Yeah, it was a lunch date. I don't know. I'm not sure. Has she been? Hey, you've been just. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
What do you mean you've been? What do you speak? Can one of you guys? What's the deal? Are you not interested in dating her?
I didn't see it as a date. I saw it as like a lunch hangout. It wasn't like a date.
So you're not dating. You don't consider that you and Yolanda went on a date with each other?
Why
That's not how I see it.
What do you see it as? She's just a
How was
person
it
that you ate
phrased
with.
when you guys decided to go out? Like, who asked you out?
We just talked and.
What did you think it was, Yolanda?
I thought it was a date. I suggested for us to, grab lunch before work. And, we had been, kind of hanging out before. And I thought that would be something nice to do.
Wait, so
together.
you guys knew each other. You guys have met each other before you went out on a date.
Yeah.
You said grab lunch for work. Y'all, is it like a client relationship or?
Yeah. What is the relationship between?
How do you know each other?
We work together at the hospital.
Okay, so you work together and you got lunch. So you guys, lunch does not scream date. Unless you said, would you like to go on a date with me? Is that something that you said?
No.
But what?
I just, we've spent time together before, and we talk and we FaceTime. I thought that I didn't have to say it was a date because I thought that we were dating.
I know, but that's a big assumption to make.
So this is a coworker that you went to lunch with, and you're thinking, Yolanda, that it was a date. Greg, you're thinking we both got the same lunchtime. Let's just go together and have lunch.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't date coworkers.
Have you guys? Have you guys gone out? You guys haven't done any. You talked about going out after this.
Wait. But you went out with Sarah, and she works with us.
Was it just a lunch?
That's different. I currently
How is
don't
that
date
different?
coworkers.
How is that different?
It's just different. Like our little hangout was just casual, and we've only just been friends.
Well, who is Sarah?
But here's
just casual. But we've hooked up several times. Like, how could you be just casual and just friends with someone you've hooked up with?
Wait a second. Hold on. Who's hooked up?
So confused.
Yolanda, who has hooked up? Sarah's hooked up with him, or you have hooked up with him?
No, me and Greg.
You have had, so there is more than just lunch. You guys have had sex with each other.
Yeah.
So you guys have had sex with each other, but the last time you guys were together, you guys had lunch. Greg says to us, this is just going to lunch with a coworker. But Greg, you don't just go to lunch with a coworker that you've had sex with.
I view this whole thing as just very casual. I'm not sure.
So with
Actually, I agree with him, because if they did not have any sort of communication to say this is a date, we are going to like move in that direction, it's hooking up and they're grabbing lunch.
Yep.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
Not a coworker though.
Well, I mean, I
you
absolutely
can't have
agree
sex.
with him.
You can't have sex with a coworker and then take them to lunch and you're going
But that
out
doesn't
with
mean
them.
that
Who
doesn't mean
paid?
that it's a date.
Who paid? Greg, did you pay?
You think it does?
No.
Oh, okay.
So we split it.
You guys split the
Yeah,
okay.
that's not a date. That's going to grab lunch.
But so if hypothetically we have two coworkers that are here, they're hooking up with each other, they go to lunch, and then one coworker decides, the guy coworker decides, I'm not going to call the girl coworker anymore.
That's crappy, but I don't think
Matt,
I don't.
Matt, what do you think? Caller Matt, what's up?
Well, you know what? I called in a while ago, and I've been on hold. The whole thing's changed since I initially called in, so it threw my whole comment out the window.
Go ahead.
Like, now they're having sex, and I was just going to call in and say that she wasn't given a lot at the beginning. It was a pretty boring. I could see why he just thought it was a lunch thing, but
she gives a
after
lot,
that,
apparently.
Now it's changed all kinds of stuff. So my comment's out the window. So good luck with that, guys.
Wait, Matt, honestly, do you think that they're in not a relationship, but do you think that there's more than just a coworker lunch when they have had sex with each other and they've gone out?
I mean, I do. Yes. I mean, when you're coworkers and you have sex and then you go to lunch, I do think that's more date scenario. But again, I don't know. I've been married 22 years. My knowledge on the dating scene is different than what it could be, but it sounds like to me.
It seems like it's going to be very awkward at the hospital, so to speak, because they both seem to work there. And God, I hope that you guys don't work together, do you, or just work around each other?
Like
We
around
work
each other.
around each
Sometimes
other.
like our shifts.
Okay.
I'm just saying it is up to
Our
both
shifts
of you.
sometimes
If it's a
overlap.
scenario like that, especially if you are coworkers, you have to be crystal clear about what the situation is. If you're hooking up, if you're then going out, like you cannot make assumptions in those situations.
I don't even think you got to be crystal clear though. Like I think the vibe will give you the definition until you're ready to take it to another
But
level.
the vibe,
They
but the
just
vibe
smashing.
gave her the definition that they were dating.
She seemed like
So-
she thinking more than what it is.
Adam, what do you think?
They
It's
don't
Mojo
seem
in the
like
morning.
I think they're just hooking up, and she caught feelings, and he's just laying around. Like, I mean, he's at just a hospital. It's a lot of people at hospitals. It's kind
Pull
of like
over to the right.
There's a lot of people hooking her up and all that kind of stuff. So
Is a hospital a big hookup place, Yolanda? Do a lot of people hook up with each other at the hospital you work at?
Sort of. I mean, like it's not like Grey's Anatomy or anything, but like people do like see each other and stuff, and like sometimes people form real relationships, and I thought that was something that we
This your first
were
work,
doing.
babe? This is the first time you hooked up with somebody at work?
Yeah.
Yeah, it get easier. You'd be all right.
By the way, everybody's calling Greg the F boy. Nick, what do you think, Nick?
I think he's a player. I think he's trying to talk her and smooth her into, getting in the bed, making her think that he likes her, and he got what he wanted. Now he's gone. He's done it
But
to
he's not
another girl
gone.
too. It sounds like.
He's not gone.
he
He's
still
spending
works
time
with
with her. He's still.
You see her at 5.
Yeah, but like.
He hasn't answered her.
Yeah.
He's not talking to her no more.
Well, they've had sex more than once, though, it
Yeah.
sounds like. So this not just a smash and
Hey,
leave.
go.
He's just
Well, not just smash, but
his intentions are not her intentions, and
There you go.
unfortunately, she just found that out right here on Second Date Update.
This is the home of the Dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second Date Update. And War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Dawn, what did you want to say, Dawn?
I'm just trying to understand his logic because he won't date a coworker, but it's okay for him to sleep with them.
Yeah. It's a fun hospital, isn't it?
I guess so.
Off the air, tell me the name of that hospital. I want to know. There's drama on that floor. Yeah, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. All right, second date update. If you ever want to be on, text date to 95500. We'll get you on a future show. Listen to this. We're going to be paying some money out here over the course of this next week. We're paying your rent this hour, and then next hour paying bills. How about this? This is a promo that we're going to be doing all this week. We're going to give you $500 towards your rent, courtesy of the upcoming movie One of Them Days, released in theaters this Friday, starring Keke Palmer and SZA.
I love Keke Palmer.
So here's the deal. It's all about them trying to get money towards the rent, and we've got a chance from the movie company for you to win a $500 cash card.
And shout out to the director who's from Detroit, Lawrence Lamont. Shout out to him. He directed the film, so everybody go out and support.
Do I know him from anything else, or how did you know this guy?
He's directed a ton of videos for Big Sean. He's a producer. He's done some things for Issa Rae. She had a Rap Girls. Was that the name of her show? It was like Rap Girls or Rap SH, that word on HBO. But yeah, Lawrence Lamont. Shout out to the homie.
All right, so that movie's in theaters this weekend. You can pick it up at any of the places you go to. We love the Imagine. Win $500 towards your rent. 844-MOJO Live.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon with what's trending this hour in the Dirty on the 30,
I'm
Shannon.
going to start off with an update on what's happening over in California. Fires across the Los Angeles area have now taken the lives of 24 people that we know of and destroyed more than 12,000 structures. 60 square miles of land has just been scorched, and thousands upon thousands of people have nowhere to go. The National Weather Service LA office is now warning residents this morning of a particular dangerous situation, and that is some red flag winds that are moving into the area tomorrow and Wednesday. Winds that could be strong enough to cause explosive fire growth. So this thing is far from over. And I saw over the weekend that not only is it California crews that are fighting this fire, 8 other states have sent support, along with firefighters from Canada and Mexico have all become part of the ongoing response to this. And I don't know if you guys saw this over the weekend. I saw it a few different places. This NBC LA reporter is getting some backlash for walking up to actor Dennis Quaid as he is packing his car to evacuate to do an interview. And people were just in disbelief at the audacity of this reporter.
What you are looking at is a resident and a familiar face who is like so many thousands of people right now trying to get everything out of their home and trying to clear everything out. This is Academy Award nominated actor and one of my favorites and just a terrific man all the way around. This is Dennis Quaid.
Hey, how are you?
Dennis, say hi to NBC.
Hello, everybody. Los Angeles.
You got the Quaid smile still working on.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
People were like, leave him alone. He's like trying to pack up his life and get to safety. But I saw yesterday on Instagram Hoda Kotb posting a screenshot of her morning alarms all turned off following her departure from the Today Show after 17 years. No more 3 a.m. wake-ups. Friday was her very last show.
So as I sit here today, in my final moments on this final day in this chapter of my career, I want to say thank you.
Among her final guests for her Hodabration, as they called it, Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles.
I watched you grow up.
I know.
I watched you go to the mountaintop.
Yes.
I mean, I watched you fall down and get back up
Yes.
again, man. You are, when I think about all the things I've done here over all the 26 years, you're on top of my list, man.
Oh, thank you.
You really did it
In
all.
another post, she was sharing words of praise and encouragement to her former co-host, now the host of that show, Jenna Bush Hagar. And she said, I'm doing the arms right now. Sleep tight. Then tomorrow morning, begin again. You are magic.
She didn't show up for the goodbye or anything like that? She wasn't there?
No, she was.
Jenna was there? Okay.
No,
She-
but Jenna is now taking over that
Jenna's
spot
taking-
with some
okay.
guest co-hosts until they find a permanent
Does anybody
replacement.
watch morning television anymore?
When we used to have the TVs in the old studio, I used to love watching
I do when I'm off.
The rating,
Jenna
have
and
you seen what
Hoda. I
the
do
ratings are on
too.
that?
No, what are they?
Oh my God. So Today's Show and Good Morning America compared to like Fox News in Detroit, like Jay Towers and Amy Andrews, it's like
Really?
not even close. It's unbelievable. I just think even this morning I thought I was going to say something to you with 5 and 655. We do questions from that. I don't think our listeners know who the hell's on it. It used to be back
even
in the
if you
day.
don't know, it was everywhere this weekend.
No, I know, but I'm not saying. But I just think that honestly nowadays, I just don't think people watch news on television anymore or watch any of these talk shows
Isn't
on
it-
television.
Big part of it is there's less and less stay-at-home moms.
Well, no, I think that there's probably less and less stay-at-home moms, and I think a lot of people have streaming services that just don't watch television.
Yeah.
They're watching just whatever show they want to watch.
The Weeknd said he's hoping to retire his nickname because he has overcome every challenge as this persona. His real name, Abel Tesfaye. And he said the rat race of more success, more shows, and more albums doesn't end until he puts an end to The Weeknd. And he said he's kind of mastered that persona. He doesn't feel like it's a challenge anymore. So it might go away. The Weeknd going to release his next album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, on January 24th. It is the final installment in his Blinding Lights album trilogy.
The thought that your problem is just going to go away because you changed your name is crazy.
Well, he said he wants more of a challenge, and, you know,
Look at
The
how it
Weeknd's
worked
already
for
already
Prince.
done them all.
Come on, Diddy had 8 changed names. You see
Look
where he
at
at.
him. And lastly, a man accused of threatening to shoot some Dollar General employees who caught him trying to steal Hot Pockets from a Michigan Dollar General. Was eating Hot Pockets when police went to arrest him. It's the best story. Daniel Hudson is his name. Went into the Dollar General in Highland Park and began stuffing Hot Pockets into his pocket. When an employee confronted him, this dude took the Hot Pockets out of his pocket, grabbed a container of chicken wings, and began yelling at employees. While doing this, he allegedly showed a gun that he had in his pocket, threatening an employee that he would blow off his head. Lovely. So the manager called the police. The police came. The employee said this guy's a regular customer. They did happen to know where he worked. So police went to his work where they found him in the break room eating the Hot Pockets that he had just stolen from Dollar General. So he was taken into custody. They did find the Hot Pockets, more Hot Pockets, and they also found a 9mm pistol in the backpack that he had on him as well.
Real quick before you close this thing out, finally the Christmas songs are off of the Billboard Hot 100 charts.
They were still on there last week.
Christmas songs were on as of last week, because remember they were like a week late with the charts.
Oh,
and even over New Year's, that's what people were playing. Were still like a lot of the Christmas songs. So there's no more Christmas music in the Billboard Hot 100 charts. I want to see if you guys know what the top 5 songs are. Are you guys ready for it?
Let's get it.
Number 5 song in the country in the Billboard Hot 100 charts. Great
Lucy taught me the
song.
dance to this.
Is it Rose or Rose? Which
She says
Rose?
it both ways.
And
Does
she
she?
says Rosie.
Yeah, she literally says it different ways.
Appa-da-pa-da. Number 5 song. The number 4 song, our Jingle Ball artist, Teddy Swims. He had a lot of love over the holidays, playing all our Jingle Balls for iHeartRadio.
I'm falling apart right in front of you.
The number 3 song, Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather.
I feel like it's been the same songs on here for a
A lot of them, yeah. The number 2 song was the number 1 song of 2024, Shaboozey. This song, by the way, set the record for the longest number 1 song ever in the history of music. And now the number 1 song in the country for the very first week of 2025. You'll hear Ryan Seacrest counting this down on Sundays here. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
This list is, are you serious?
This is the list.
There's no Kendrick on this list?
Kendrick Lamar's.
Yeah, that surprises
So
me.
Gracie Abrams is number 6. Kendrick Lamar Luther with SZA is number 7. And then it goes Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, number 8. Espresso, number 9. Taste, number 10. And then Kendrick, TV Off, number 11. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, do the whole list. All
Do the whole
100.
list?
Go.
How about, should I just count them down for you?
Yeah.
I can do that. All right, so there you go. There's your list of the top songs in the country. Dump that. Everybody dump that.
Oh, my God. That's my favorite thing ever. Your face when you
I just swore.
25 years, baby.
Oh, my God.
Shannon, I didn't let you close out your dirty. Go ahead.
For all of today's dirty, you can catch up on the podcast on the free iHeartRadio app or Mojo in the Morning.